Welcome, my dear learners. In this lesson, we are going to talk about how to test your English level. Before we start, I want you to feel relaxed, because this is not a hard classroom. Think of it as a friendly space, where we learn together. I will be your teacher, and you will be my students. But we will walk step by step like friends on the same road. Many of you often ask, how good is my English? Or am I a beginner, intermediate, or advanced learner? These questions are very natural. In this video, we will explore the answers in a simple way. We will not only talk about grammar, but we will also look at reading, writing, listening, and speaking. Together, we will discover different methods to check your level. From easy self-tests at home to official exams that are accepted worldwide. I will guide you through 5 chapters. Each chapter will give you clear ideas, examples, and practical steps. By the end, you will know how to test your level. And most importantly, how to use the results to improve. So sit back, listen carefully, and imagine that you are in a classroom where learning is easy, friendly, and enjoyable. Let us begin our journey of finding your true English level. Subscribe for more emotional English stories, listening practice, and life lessons in English. Chapter 1: Why testing your English level matters. When we start learning a language, we all ask the same question: how good am I? Some of us think we are weak, but in reality, we know more than we believe. Others think they are advanced, but they still struggle with simple mistakes. That is why testing our English level is very important. Imagine that you are planning a journey. If you do not know where you are standing now, how will you decide which direction to go? The same is true for English. If you know your level, you will know what books to read, which lessons to follow, and what practice you need most. Without this knowledge, you may waste time and energy. I have taught many learners who became frustrated because they used difficult material too early. They tried reading long novels when they were not ready. They became tired and lost motivation. On the other hand, some learners kept repeating very simple grammar, even when they were already strong. They stayed in the same place and did not grow. Both mistakes come from not knowing the real level. When we test our English, we can find both our strengths and our weaknesses. For example, you may be very good at reading, but weak in listening. Or you may write very well, but you are shy in speaking. Knowing these details is like looking into a mirror. The mirror shows us the truth, even if we do not always like it. Therefore, I tell you to think of testing as a helpful friend, not a scary exam. It is a way to guide your study and give you confidence in your journey. Chapter 2: The 4 main skills to check. English is a big language, and it cannot be measured only with grammar or vocabulary. To know your true level, you must test 4 main skills: reading, writing, listening, and speaking. Each skill is different, and each one shows how you really use the language. Reading is the first skill. When you read, you take meaning from words on a page. A learner who can read easily without using a dictionary. Every second shows a strong level. But if you stop at every sentence, it means you need more practice. Reading also teaches you new words and grammar in a natural way. Writing is the second skill. Writing is more than spelling words correctly. It shows how you can organize ideas. Some learners can talk fluently, but when they write, their sentences are short, broken, and full of mistakes. By testing your writing, you discover how clearly you can express your thoughts in written form. Listening is the third skill, and many learners find it difficult. It is one thing to read slowly, but it is another thing to understand fast conversations. Sometimes native speakers speak quickly or use different accents. If you can catch the main idea, without asking people to repeat every time, then your listening skill is strong. Speaking is the final skill, and it is often the most challenging. Many learners know the rules, but feel nervous when they open their mouths. Speaking requires confidence, fluency, and correct pronunciation. A speaking test shows if you can use English naturally in daily life. When we test all four skills, we see the full picture. If one skill is weak, it pulls the others down. That is why checking every skill is necessary for true progress. Chapter 3. Simple self-tests you can try. Many people believe that they need a formal exam to know their English level. That is not true. You can test yourself in simple ways at home, and these small tests can give you a clear idea about your strengths and weaknesses. For reading, take a short article or a story from a book. Read it once without a dictionary. After that, try to explain the main idea in your own words, either by speaking or writing. If you understand the story without much help, your reading level is good. If you feel lost, it shows that you need more practice with easier texts. For writing, you can keep a diary or write a short essay. Choose any topic such as "My best friend" or "A day I will never forget." Write at least one page. After finishing, read it again carefully. Look for grammar mistakes, spelling errors, or missing words. If you are not sure, you can use a grammar checking tool or ask a teacher to correct it. This will show you how strong your writing really is. For listening, play a short video podcast or even a song in English. First, listen without subtitles. Try to catch the main idea. Then listen again with subtitles or transcript to check how much you understood. If you understood more than half, your listening is developing well. For speaking, you can record your own voice. Choose a topic and talk for 2 minutes without stopping. Later, listen to the recording. Notice your pronunciation, speed, and grammar. This is a powerful way to see your progress. These self-tests may feel simple, but they are very effective. They give you honest results and help you understand where you stand in your English journey. Chapter 4. Online tests and official exams. In the modern world, it has become very easy to check your English level through online tests. Many websites offer free quizzes that measure grammar, vocabulary, or reading skills. Some tests even include listening questions. These short tests are not perfect, but they give you a quick idea about your level. If you score high, it means you are ready for more advanced practice. If you score low, it shows that you need to strengthen the basics first. Apart from free online tests, there are official exams that are accepted all over the world. The most famous ones are IELTS, TOEFL, and Cambridge English exams. These tests are not only for students, but also for people who want to study or work in English-speaking countries. They test reading, writing, listening, and speaking, so they give you a full and clear picture of your ability. I have seen many learners who prepare for these exams, even when they do not need a certificate. They do this because preparing for such exams gives a strong structure to their study plan. For example, IELTS, speaking practice, teaches you how to answer questions clearly. TOEFL, listening practice, trains your ears to follow fast conversations. Cambridge exams test your grammar in detail. All of these help you improve, even if you never send your score to anyone. However, these official exams can be expensive, and they require preparation. That is why I advise you to first try free online tests. When you feel ready, you can take an official exam. The result will not only show your level, but it will also give you confidence. You will know exactly where you stand in the international language journey. Chapter 5. Using the results to improve. Testing your English is never the final goal. The real purpose is to use the results to grow. A test is like a mirror. It shows us what we can do well and what we still need to work on. If we only look at the score and do nothing, the test loses its value. But if we use the results wisely, they become a powerful guide for our learning journey. For example, if your reading score is high, you can challenge yourself with more difficult books and articles. But if your listening score is weak, you should spend more time with audio materials, such as podcasts, news, and movies. If your writing test shows too many grammar mistakes, then you must review the rules and practice by writing short texts every day. If speaking is your weakest point, you should practice more conversations with friends, teachers, or even by recording yourself. I always tell my learners to make a small study plan after every test. The plan should focus on the weak areas first, but it should also keep the strong areas active. For instance, if you are already good at reading, do not stop reading completely. Instead, balance your time, so that listening, speaking, and writing also improve. Another important point is patience. Progress in language is slow and steady. A test may tell you that you are a beginner today, but if you keep practicing regularly, you will surely move to a higher level in the future. Every mistake becomes a teacher, and every test becomes a lesson. So remember, testing your English is not an ending. It is the beginning of a smarter and more focused way to learn.